ride the little train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction. Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction. Lots of curves, you bet, and even more when you get to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
There's a little hotel called the Shady Rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It is run by Kate. Come and be her guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
And that's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction. Petticoat Junction.
What's going on?
Oh, hi, Steve. Hey, you're just in time, boy.
Just in time for what?
I have just perfected the greatest fish lure of all time.
Again?
Now, wait to see it. Note the 3 holes.
Oh, well, what do you know? A piscatorial piccolo.
Right. You cast that little gem in the water. As you reel it in, it gives off a whistle. Only a fish can hear.
What?
Now, you've heard of whistles that only a dog can hear.
Well, yeah, but...
Well, this is the same theory, only it's for fish.
Oh, come on, Joe.
I can prove it to you. Hear anything?
Nope.
See?
Joe, I'll tell you. I gotta rate that right up there with that other great fishing lure of yours.
Huh?
Oh, you know, the one where the worm goes like this.
Oh, yeah. Funny thing, I never did hear from the patent office on that one.
Well, just another bureaucratic slip-up. See you later, Isaac.
Hey, grab your fishing gear and come on down to the lake with me.
No, I can't do it now.
Why?
Well, I want to straighten up here, then I want to go home and see how Betty Jo is. Besides, at a time like this, I don't dare be where I can't be reached.
Why not?
Are you forgetting? We're about to have a baby.
What do you mean we're about to have a baby? Betty Jo's the one that's having the baby.
I know that, but I might be needed.
What for?
Well, for all the things that a husband is needed for at a time like this.
Did you leave the checkbook where she could get it?
Yes?
Well, that's all the things you'll be needed for. Here, you take this and I'll rig up another one.
Now, wait a minute. Betty Jo counts on me, and she'd be disappointed if I weren't around. You see, Joe, you're a bachelor, and you don't understand these things. But believe me, I'm needed all right. Don't you worry about that.
How did you hear that? It's supposed to be for fish.
What are you doing home?
I'm hungry. Came for lunch.
That time already?
Yeah, what do we got? Missed me, huh?
I was just checking over a list of baby things, and outside of a couple of items, I think we have everything we need.
Oh, good.
Oh, don't move anything. Then I won't know what I have checked and what I haven't. You know, everyone's been so generous with all the showers they've given me. Lois still wants to give me another one, but I really can't think of too many.
Lunch?
Oh, we'll recollect something. How do you like that? Of all the things I've got, I don't have one pair of booties. Not one pair.
Well, the kid will be right in style. Who wears shoes these days? Ham and cheese sandwich.
Dozens of gifts. You'd think I'd have at least one pair. Men. Hi. Hi, Stevie. Hi, Stevie. Oh, honey, I'll be with you in just a second. Well, what do you think? Isn't it so great? Isn't it wonderful? I was just taking inventory. Oh, we have something for you to add to it. Look, we found them at the baby shop in Pixley. Booties. Just what we didn't have. Oh, you must be mind readers. Uh-oh. Pink for girls. That won't go over with Steve. Oh, well, you can show him these. Blue. That's playing it safe. Bobby Joe, show her what you got. Oh, a bonnet. White. That way it doesn't matter what it is. Well, you can have anything. Gee, thanks. Hey, model it. Now, come on. It looks darling. Isn't that cute? Oh, Steve, come and look.
Well, what do you know? We weren't expecting the baby for a couple of weeks. Hey, kid, you know how to make lunch?
Oh, I forgot. Honey, I'll be on it in just a second. Oh, look at all these things. Oh, this. Poppy knows adorable. Carol gave that to me. And look at this little rattle. Oh, goo-goo. You can grow up any time now. Oh, gee, you guys are just wonderful. Oh, did you see this little teething ring? Oh, that is your... Oh, that's darling. Here's some toys for the crib. And they're very practical, too. What you do is string them across the crib, and the baby gets exercise by grabbing at them. Really? Oh, wow, that's fantastic. I didn't know that. Hey, what are all the towels for? Bobby Joe, those are diapers. Oh, I thought they were triangles. Steve Van sent this. Oh, I love this. Look at that with your... This goes with it. Oh, and they match. Steve, where'd you go?
Back to work.
But you haven't had lunch.
How about that?
I'll be right on it.
You said that about 6 adorables and a dozen how darlings ago. Now, if you haven't got time, I'll get something to eat at the diner in Pixley.
Honey, don't be like that.
I'm not being like anything. It just so happens that I've got a date with 40 acres of turnips. In case you've forgotten, I work for a living.
Oh, that reminds me. Where's the checkbook?
In the desk.
Think we ought to tell Mom about it. About what? About Betty, Joe, and Steve fighting.
Betty Joe and Steve having a fight? What about?
Well, Joe, what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to go fishing.
Thought I was, but couldn't get anybody to go with me. What's the beef all about?
Nothing. She's making a much bigger thing out of this than it really is. You think so? I happen to believe that when a husband thinks more of his turnip than he does of you, your marriage is in trouble.
Boy, this sounds like a beaut.
They just had a little spat. Okay. If that's what you want to call it, when a husband storms out of the house without eating his lunch.
Didn't eat his lunch? This is serious.
He had a very good reason for not eating his lunch. He sure did. She didn't make him any. Come on, let's go tell Mom. Now, look, Bobby Joe, I don't think that's necessary.
I wouldn't worry your mom with it.
See?
I'll go over and see if I can straighten the kids out.
No, Uncle Joe, you just stay right there. We'll mention it to Mom. You stay there, okay? Come on, Bobby.
Hi. You, know why I came back?
For lunch?
Well, yeah, but also for an apology.
Oh, Steve, I do apologize. I got so carried
Oh,
away.
no, not you, me. Well, you know, that exit of mine, the wrong husband. Well, that was pure Helen Trent. It was just that I sort of got the feeling that I wasn't particularly needed around here. I mean...
Oh, don't you say that, darling. You're needed. Oh, you're needed very, very much. Oh, honey, could you put this on the top shelf for me?
Well, I had in mind being needed a little more than that. However,
What would I ever do without you? Oh, hi, Doc.
Well, Betty Joe, how's my favorite patient?
Oh, I'm just...
hi, Doc.
You home this time of day, Steve?
Yeah, it's lunchtime.
Oh. Well, young lady, you didn't get into your examination yesterday, so I just thought I'd stop by.
I'm feeling fine.
Well, let's take a look anyway.
Oh, I really think I should fix Steve's lunch.
Steve, why do you want to put Betty Joe to all that bother? Why don't you just grab a bite at the diner and fix it?
Why didn't I think of that?
Betty Joe. Steve, you mind?
Oh, no, not at all. Just point me wherever I'm to be shunted.
Betty Joe? Oh, Steve.
Hi.
How's Betty Joe?
Well, why not ask her?
Ask her? Well, all right, I will.
Well, maybe you better not go in there now. She's with Doc Stewart.
Well, that's all right. I'm her mother.
I wish I were a close relative.
Yourself?
Oh, hi, Sam. I didn't get a chance to eat any lunch. Well, put it on our bill, huh?
Oh, that's okay. I was going to come down to your place anyway.
Oh?
I want to see Betty Jo. Get a story about that baby of hers.
Baby of hers, huh?
Oh, that's big news. Will be right up to and including the blessed event.
Well, yeah, maybe I could fill you in.
No, I think I better go directly to the source. Wouldn't want to get that second hand.
Yeah, that's right. Second hand.
Yeah, I got the first part all laid out. Listen to this. Betty Jo Bradley, of the ever-popular Bradley sisters, is infanticipating. Apologies to W. Wintle. The blessed event is... What's the matter?
I'll tell you what's the matter. I just thought that maybe you'd like to get the story straight.
What do you mean?
Well, for one thing, Betty Jo's name is Elliot now, not Bradley.
Oh, yeah, well, around here we still think of her as Betty Jo Bradley. Anything else?
Yes, you keep talking about Betty Jo's baby, Betty Jo's baby. She's not the only one, you know.
Oh? Oh, you mean Grace Olney up at Mercer Flats. Well, that's out of the county. Hers don't count.
I didn't mean Grace only. I meant me.
You?
Yes, me. I'm in on this too, you know, or does everybody just forget about that?
Don't get excited. Of course you're in on it. You're in the story, too.
Where?
Well, you don't appear on page 1, but you show up on Continued Within.
That's peachy.
Come on, we're going to put it real nice, too. Now, let me see. The proud father-to-be is Steve Elliott. That sounds pretty good. And we won't worry about folks not seeing it. I'm going to run the continuation right next to the obituary.
Forget it.
He's a kind of touchy one.
Oh, Jeff, you're such a nut.
No, it really happened.
I won't be gone long.
Take your time.
Hi, Steve. Gotta get some material. We're gonna make a bassinet. You know, for Betty Jo. She's gonna have a baby.
I know. I know.
Oh, by the way, you'll probably have to make your own dinner tonight. She may be late. Just a suggestion.
Hey, Steve.
New car, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Steve, she's a terrific girl, isn't she?
No, they all are at this stage of the game.
Hmm?
I suppose you're serious about it.
What? Oh, yeah, sure. Don't you worry about that. I'm sincere. I'm sincere all over the place.
Yeah, well, if I were you, I'd watch it.
Oh, I will. I'll watch it. I'll watch it like, what do you mean?
Oh, you're really trying to be nice to her, huh?
Well, sure.
Yeah. That's the way it started with me and Betty Jo.
Hmm?
You know what happens next? You're hooked.
Huh?
Yeah. She decides she wants you and marriage.
Marriage.
Next comes the baby.
Baby.
You know where you stand when that happens? At the bottom of the deck, pal. You're a big, fat nothing.
All this from being nice? Hey, Bobby Joe, shake a leg. I don't have all day, you know.
Betty Jo, would you come out here a minute? Decided we ought to have a showdown. Sleepy time, gal, you're turning night into day. Sleepy time, gal,
You've danced the evening away before each silvery star fades out of sight. Please give me one little kiss, then let us whisper good night. It's getting late under the pillows, waiting, sleepy time, gal. When all your dancing is through, sleepy time, gal, I'll find a cottage for you. You'll learn to cook and to sew. What's more, you'll love it, I know. When you're a stay-at-home, play-at-home, 8 o'clock, sleepy time, gal. When you're a stay-at-home, play-at-home, 8 o'clock, sleepy time, gal. Sleepy time, gal. Sleepy time, gal. Betty Joe?
Oh, hi. Doc wanted me to wear these earplugs to make sure my sleep wasn't interrupted. He said the most important thing for the baby and me was... Why should I bother you with all that? You're never going to have a baby. Oh, my orange juice. I was so tired I forgot I even squeezed it.
Yeah, Joe, I got to admit it. You were right.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Right about what?
About me, the husband. The forgotten man?
Oh, that. Well, if it's any consolation for you, that's par for the course.
Well, I don't like it. It's just not fair.
Well, you're talking about fairness in marriage.
Well, doggone it, if I was having a baby, I'd let her be in on it.
Well, it's possible, but I don't think you can pull it off.
Well, I got to do something.
You want my advice?
No.
Go fishing.
That's your advice for everything. Go fishing or take a nap.
That's a great little combination. Tell you what, we'll go up to Beaver Lake.
No! I tell you, I can't leave at a time like this.
Oh, that's right. The baby might be born and you'd be needed.
Right.
Yeah, I can hear him now. Eddie Joe's baby was just born. Better get a hold of what's his name so he can pass out the cigars. Oh, boy, you better go fishing.
Well, what good's that going to do?
Make them come after you.
Huh?
Sure. Greatest thing in the world to show up missing. Ever hear of old Judge Crater? He was a nobody until he got lost.
Thanks. But that's just a little too permanent.
This won't take much time. Here's what we'll do. You go and get your fishing gear. What a great idea this is.
Yeah.
Another one, huh?
Yeah. How you doing? No, still nothing, huh? Hey, well, maybe a said lure of yours is supposed to whistle.
Ah, the lure's all right. Dumb fish or teeth.
Oh, hang in there. You'll get something.
What are you doing?
Well, I'll tell you, Joe, I feel funny about being out here with Betty Jo and her condition and all.
Well, that's the whole point. Right now, they're starting to worry, wondering where we are.
We?
Yeah. You know, Kate and the others have been taking me for granted lately, too. Won't hurt to shake them up a little. I can see them right now back at the Shady Rest, stewing and a fretting.
You know, girls, this is one of the nicest times we've ever had together. It is fun, isn't it?
Sure is.
You know something? We should have had a baby a long time ago.
Yeah, they're probably worried to death, wondering where we are.
Yep. That's all the more reason to go back.
Oh, no.
Well, look, Joe, I don't want Betty Joe to worry too much.
Well, not too much. Just enough. You know, so she'll appreciate you. Believe me, once she finds you, she'll never take you for granted again.
Well,
Come on, let's get to fishing. You wouldn't want me to skunk you, would you?
no. I sure wouldn't want that. Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
tell me again how the women are going to come out here and weep for joy when they find us.
Look, it's working perfect.
Yeah?
Sure, that's when they worry most, when it's nighttime.
Oh, isn't it adorable? Isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Oh, I wish Steve were here to see it. Hey, where is Steve? Still working, I guess. I left him a note telling him I was over here. He'll probably come by if he's not too tired.
I hope he does. Hey, I'm going to go help Mom with the refreshments.
That ought to do it.
What ought to do what?
When you mention refreshments, that ought to bring Uncle Joe on the scene. And then we can show him the bassinet. And where is Uncle Joe, anyway? I haven't seen him all evening.
I know our Uncle Joe. When he saw all this work going on, he probably sneaked up the back way to his room.
You're right. He's probably snuggled down in his nice, warm, comfortable bed.
Well, I hope you're satisfied.
Yeah, think how they're suffering.
How they're suffering.
Sure. They can tell this storm's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. See, we couldn't have picked a luckier night.
Oh, you bet. Lady Luck just slobbering all over us.
All we got to do is pretend we're surprised when they find us.
And when will that be?
Got to be any minute now.
On a night like this, that hot chocolate was just what I needed. And incidentally, thanks for a wonderful evening.
Oh, we loved it, too.
Right. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to bed.
Me, too.
Good idea.
Yeah, by now they probably called out the volunteer fire department. The sheriff's got a posse going. The sheriff's got us on the party line. Oh, boy, are we teaching them a lesson.
Yeah. Boy.
Coming in?
No, I'm going home and trying to get Betty Joe to forgive me for being such a sap.
Oh, no, don't do that. You'll undo all the good we've done. Make her grateful. You've got her right where you want her. Hey, everybody, I'm safe. I'm home. You can stop worrying. Everybody, Papa Joe, I'm back home.
Uncle Joe, what are you doing out on a night like this? Where have you been?
Thanks, Bobby Joe. You missed me. Thanks, Steve. Come in, boy.
Oh, darling.
I got your note.
Oh, you poor baby, you're soaking wet.
Yeah. Well, I deserve it.
Let me get those wet things off.
Honey, I'm all right.
Let me take care of you now, darling.
Honey, I'm all right. Besides, it's my own fault.
Mom, some more hot lemonade.
Betty Joe.
That's what we're gunning for.
Huh? Yeah. Take care of me. Comfort me.
Oh, poor baby, just look at him. He's soaking wet. Get a towel, somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one. Are you okay?
series Happy Days was so successful that it made many of its cast members household names. And this weekend, TV Land explores the less familiar TV work of these fine actors, including Marion Ross on Brooklyn Bridge, this Saturday and Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, on the wonders of TV Land. Now stay tuned for Green Acres, next on Nick at Night's TV Land.
Junction.